I'm sauteing what they call the Holy Trinity: onions, celery, and green pepper, and the okra. Fresh okra, you gotta saute it to get that slime out of it. So I'm doing them all together. Put some olive oil in there, and just saute away. When I get done with this, I'm gonna remove it from this pan, and I'm gonna add, you can just catch it over in the corner there. That's the 2 quarts of fresh chicken stock slash soup. And it was made from the chicken legs. And there's the amount of chicken legs. That's a quart I got out of it. Big chunks. And I'm leaving it like that because someone in this family likes to see big chunks of chicken. But I would recommend that it be cut up in pieces that fit on a soup spoon. Now, you need a brown roux for this. I'm not showing you that. That takes too long. I have a recipe on my YouTube site for brown roux. I also have one for chicken soup. And this is what the brown roux looks like. That's the color you must have, like mahogany. And it gives it flavor and the coloring to the soup, to the gumbo. So this takes about 10 minutes. No sense in watching it any longer. But I wanted to discuss with you. This is quick, but what takes time is making the stock and making the roux. So you'd have to look at my website for that, unless you know how to do it. And this is rather quick. So let me pause this. So the roux I made yesterday, then I put it in the refrigerator. So I'm measuring the amount of roux. It should be hot or warm when you put it into the soup, not cold. I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and now I'm putting the soup into the pan, and that'll deglaze it and easy in this pan to work with visually. Otherwise I would use a taller and narrower pan, but since it's being filmed, now I'm guessing at the amount of this roux that I need, but there's no problem. You will have the exact amount. Is this soft? Just about. Because it's important not to make the soup too thick, and if you're not accustomed to working with a roux, you might have a problem. But that's why I like to be exact on things to make life easier. And here are the vegetables sauteed, and when this is the right consistency, after cooking for a few minutes, low and slow, I will add the vegetables. And then I will add the chicken. And the gumbo soup is done. Don't think you can get away with using canned chicken soup flavorings. You can't. Nothing replaces the fresh flavor of chicken or of any item. So when I make recipes, I try not to use soups and stocks that weren't made fresh. Sure, it's not easy. If you want to make something with beef and you need beef stock, you're going to have to buy some bones and put it in the slow cooker overnight, and then when you taste it, you go, wow, this tastes beefy. Not like the canned products you buy that have a lot of salt and that strange flavor, and who knows what else is in there. Now I can tell already that this is not enough roux. One thing about the brown roux for this, the flour, it takes a lot more flour to thicken something than with a pale roux. That's just how it is. You'll have to ask a chemist why that is. Since that was a half a cup, so we're going to go for another half a cup. And that should be good. You don't want the gumbo to be watery looking. But there are places in Louisiana that don't use a roux in the gumbo. And I know from experience one person who does not use a roux, and that was, he's now deceased, but Paul Prudhomme, the chef. He has a liquidy, like looking like that, not thick at all. But I like the thick one, and so do a lot of other people, for the simple reason it clings and it stays in your mouth. It takes longer time to get down to your stomach, and you feel the taste, the flavor a little stronger. So for 2 quarts of fresh chicken soup / stock, that was 1 cup of roux. And to help this, in case there are lumps in there, I'm going to get my speed stick just makes life easier. You know, it's like anything else. In sports, it's equipment, and in cooking, it's equipment. We don't want to rapidly boil this and reduce it, because we want all the soup that we have. Just has to simmer, nothing else. And we put this in there. Now, we're not looking to make this thick like mud, but just like a sauce, as it coats the spoon. And you can see that the roux was done correctly, because you don't see any black spots like burnt. It takes time to make the roux. Oh, that's nice, see? It could even go a little bit thicker. Let that cook a few minutes and see if it thickens slightly. If not, then I will add some more. Let's pause. Now I added all the vegetables and the chicken, and we'll let this cook for about 10 minutes, nice and slow, so everything, all the flavors of everything kind of meld together. And then the filet powder, you add when it's time to serve, like 1/4 of a teaspoon of the powder. You sprinkle over the bowl when you're serving it. You don't put it in like now. Even though I've done it both ways, the right way is to sprinkle it over. So, I'll let that simmer for 10 minutes. Then we'll look at it in the bowl with a little rice, and we'll be done. Okay, now that we're done, I put the rice in first. And I take the filet powder right here and just mix it up. You can smell that filet powder. And there you have a sloppy bowl looking of gumbo. And like this with big pieces of chicken, you can have it for a main course. I hope you enjoy.